Alright, she's here. She's blonde. I feel like I look just like my grandma, and it's amazing. I'm gonna move this back because I feel like the top of my wig can't be seen in frame because it's so hot. I think I got this wig from a drag queen in Las Vegas. Just, you know, it's fine. So I'm here today with a few updates. I'm holding one of them in my hand. So clearly, I mean, I'm obsessed with drag and drag queens. I've always been that girl who like never puts on makeup in life, but then when I go to a party I wear a wig and a full face. So I'm basically a drag queen every time I go to a party. So here we are. The persona has a name. I decided to name her Endora Possum because it's kind of punny, and it's also the first name of Samantha's mother in Bewitched. And you know, a possum loves garbage, and she's that garbage Barbie. I'm trash Barbie. So here I am. I'm here with my Trixie Mattel repaint that I did. These shoes came with her and they like don't fit. It's fine, we'll just keep pushing them on. This used to be the My Melody Barbie doll. She was a fucking pink label Barbie doll that I had in a box and I was gonna sell her. And then I pulled her out one day and the box was like destroyed. I don't know what happened to the box. And I'm like, well, she's worthless. And I really wanted to make Trixie Mattel, and I thought, well, she's it. So here she is up close. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of this makeup because, as we all know, I always do non-painted faces. I just do a very natural look. And obviously, when you're doing a beautiful drag queen, especially Trixie Mattel, she's got a heavy painted face. And I feel like I could have gone darker with the face, but I'm pretty happy with it. She's currently wearing, which is too long, but I can't shorten it, a vintage from 1967, 68, or 68, 69, I can't remember, little Barbie nightgown. The style of it just reminded me of her. I'm gonna dress her in all the outfits that I made for her so you get to see everything that I made. But I wanted to start in this one because it's her style. It just needs to be like this much shorter, but I'm not gonna sew it because it's vintage and it's original and it's dirty on the side. You can't see it. Looks clean. So there she is. Really proud of her. Really proud of her. Before I dress her in all the outfits, I'll show the other one I made. She's not done. We've run into a problem, and it's that I don't have any more fabric glue in my house. And like, I have plenty of other glues, but all the other glues make me so angry when I have to work with them. The drying time, the slipping and sliding, this and that and all the other things. I just like don't want it to be an ordeal for me to make the wig. So I'm like, I'm just gonna buy the glue that I need. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna make the wig the way I wanna make the wig so I don't wanna cry while I make the wig. So obviously I'm gonna put pictures of all these people in this video. But this one is Katya, and if you don't know anything about drag queens, Trixie and Katya have a TV show on YouTube called Oh, and they're just funny. They like talk to each other and they do funny shit. So you should check it out. I wanted to make them as a duo because they deserve each other and I love them both. So she's not done, obviously. She has no face and no hair, but I'm very, very proud of this outfit. It looks just like the outfit that she wore walking into All Stars 2. She was on All Stars 2. Is that right? Yes. Because Trixie won All Stars 3. I'm ruining RuPaul's Drag Race for you if you've never watched it. But it doesn't matter, even if you know what happens, because I had watched the documentary about Trixie Mattel before I watched All Stars 3, and I knew that she won, but I was along for the ride. The ride is better than the results, honestly. Like, I don't really care who wins. It's the drama, it's the costumes, it's the hair, it's the makeup. I don't even care. I just love the ride. So anyway, back to this one. She is a Russian hooker. This is her Soviet Union slut outfit, and someday she'll have a face and hair And here's her shoes. I painted them. They're just trash from China that I painted to look nice. Someday she'll have a face and hair, but I am the most proud of this outfit, I think. Like, I free-handed the hammer and sickle. She's got her star eye patch. I mean, come on, this is a genius outfit. It's just like a hooker. It's like a hooker Soviet flag. Who doesn't love a hooker Soviet flag? So that's Katya, or Katya in progress. And now I'm just gonna sit here and do what I did the last time I did one of these dressing videos, where I'm gonna ramble, and then I'll just cut out anything that's irrelevant, which will probably be everything. So I'm gonna put her in all the outfits I made her. And it's gonna be an ordeal, and it's gonna take a while because it's like impossible to dress dolls. I'm gonna do them in the order that I made them in. I got another shipment of masks today to make for the Skilled Labor Brigade. And I know I talked about these the last time. This time they were like, oh, it's gonna be great. They're gonna take 10 minutes to sew up. They're the easy kind. So I'm texting with my friend this morning who also does the mask sewing. And she's like, oh yeah, I got my boxes. And I was like, oh cool, what's inside? And she's like, oh, I haven't opened them yet. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't get my shipments usually till later. So around like 1 o'clock she texted me, she's like, I opened the boxes. Like, I could tell by, you know how you can't really tell by tone in text, but I could tell by the tone of the text that it wasn't gonna be good. And she was like, it's a ball of fabric and a bunch of strings. And I was like, what? Originally, they were like, your fabric will be cut for you. All you'll have to do is sew it together, and it will be the easy kind of mask. That was like the original email that we got. So every time we get a shipment from them, it's like not what they say it's gonna be. So it's a bundle of fabric, which we have to cut ourselves, and a whole bunch of strings. And to top it all off, is there a pattern in that box? No. So I text the woman before my shipment comes. I'm like, listen, I actually have nowhere to cut like large swaths of fabric in my house. I only have a small table that I sew on and a small ironing board that I iron on. Like, they're mini. Everything's miniature because my apartment's so small. So she texts me back and she's like, oh, you just need to rip the fabric. It's not going to be a big deal. Don't worry about it. You can do it in a small space. I'm like, okay, bitch, I will do it. But it's going to be covered in black dog hair. Like, it just is. The hair is flying around. It's probably going to hit the floor at some point. There's nothing I can do. So she's going to get a whole bunch of masks that should be sanitary, like covered in dog hair. What can I do? What can I do? It's not what I signed up for. Like, I like sewing them because it gives me something to do when you're bored and you have nothing better to do and you're waiting for glue to come. But it's just not what I signed up for. I don't have the space to cut in quantities like that inside my own home. Okay, so here we go. We're almost done here. So I still haven't left my house. I haven't left my house in like 2 years. I literally order everything in. You know, I'm getting paid by the government, so I just give them big tips. I'm like, that's the government money for ya. Let's do. She can have a purse in this hand. I think this is an original Barbie purse. Give her her sunglasses. I found the doll that I made her out of came with these great sunglasses, and I was like, oh, they're so Trixie. It's gonna be so amazing. But they don't fit on her face with her eyelashes, so she just holds them. And her shoe fell off. The shoes that came with the doll do not fit the doll. The other great part about the My Melody that was worth a lot of money, but not because I ruined the box at some point, was all of her accessories were very Trixie Mattel. So here she is. This is her first outfit. It was not based on anything. I just had recently got this fabric. I was like, oh, that looks like a Trixie fabric. And then she has a dress almost just like this. So it was like I guessed what she was gonna be. And I did the same thing with Katya. I was like, oh, Katya would look so cute if I made her a wig that had a whole bunch of eyeballs in it. And then I was watching, oh, and she had a wig with a whole bunch of eyeballs in it. So, you know, I'm very good at predicting what people's styles are gonna be. So, yeah, this is her first outfit. The first one I made with her originally. Super cute, just like pink and swirly. Her version, I think it was like a spandexy material, and it didn't have the gold in it. It was just a swirly white, but it was shiny. Maybe it was sequined? I don't know. There'll be a picture, so you'll see. So that's the outfit. Really cute. These and these and these and the necklaces and the bracelets came with the doll, and it was like perfect jewelry for like Trixie. So it was meant to be. Yay. The only problem with this doll is she doesn't do anything but this. This is the position she's in, and I sculpted out the hips, which look really bad, and I might go back in and change her whole body. Because I wish her boobs were bigger and her hips, well, no, her hips are fine. It just needs to be sanded better. And I actually ended up trying to color match it, and it's not quite right. So the body still needs work, but she mostly wears clothes, so it's fine. There she is, first outfit. Next fucking outfit. The other thing about Trixie Mattel is, I don't know what I remember what I said in my last video. The other thing about Trixie Mattel is she loves dolls. That's where her name comes from. Mattel, obviously Barbie. She loves Barbie, and she has like a giant vintage Barbie collection. And recently, especially since the quarantine has started, she's been doing like, showing her collection on YouTube, and it's everything. She's full drag. Bitch gets in full drag. And then just like shows her Barbie collection, and it's amazing. And if you don't watch it, you should watch it. It's just on her. So far she's done the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and next week is the 90s. Like I have some 80s dolls. I don't have anything from the 90s, but the 80s was wild, man. The Barbies in the 80s were just so weird. And the one that I have from the 80s, me and Jason were doing like a story about like our birth year Barbie. And so I was born in 1988. And so my birth year Barbie, I decided to get a brown skin doll because I like them better and I think they have cuter faces. And so I got Cool Times Teresa. Maybe I'll get her, but she's not in her outfit, so she's not good. I'll show her at some point. Cool Times Teresa. Okay, there's a whole line of dolls in the 80s, Cool Times Barbies, that were food themed. Why? I don't know. It's just really weird. And then Cool Times Teresa was hamburger theme, and she came with a hamburger. Like, why? I don't know. She came with a jump rope where the handles are hamburgers, and her top had hamburger on it. And I'm just like, why though? Like, it's so weird. And the whole 80s was like that doll-wise. Like, the outfits were so weird. So that was that. And there was another one, Christy, Cool Times Christy. That bitch had a hot dog. She was hot dog themed. She came with a hot dog, and she had a hot dog on her shirt. And I'm sure whatever her accessory, I should have done more research into her. I'm sure whatever her accessory was hot dog themed. And I'm just like, this is wild, man. The 80s was so fucking wild in every way. So that's my 80s, my one 80s doll. That's the only one I have because it's like not my, most of my dolls are from the 60s because that's my favorite. Do I have anybody from the 70s? I don't think I do. No. But I do like those 70s dolls, and I'd really like to have some. But I keep spending all my money on BJTs, you guys. Oh my god, I bought another one. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like, I need a boy doll in my collection. So I just bought one. It's an Eiffel House. I like that aesthetic. You know me, fashion dolls. I like that aesthetic. So I ended up buying an Eiffel House fashion size doll. He's really cute. I'm really excited to have him. And I want him to be sort of like, well, we'll see what happens when he arrives because, you know, things change. But I want him to sort of be like, sort of like gender neutral, I guess? I'm not sure. But like, you know, he's just like a boy that wears ladies' clothes. And the other problem with him is though, here's the thing. I got the slimmer version, not the muscle body. But like, it's still too muscular for me. And I don't like the really stick thin ones either. I just want something in between. Somebody that's not cut, but like the size of a muscle body. Do you know what I mean? Like a doughy body. Because that's what I like in a man and generally. And that's what most guys look like. So it's like, come on, man. I want a doughy bodied doll boy. Anyway, here we are. I'm just rambling on and on. I have no idea if I've made any points. Here's this outfit. And this is copied from this that'll show up right here. Ooh. And it's not, you know, it's not obviously the right fabric, but it's very similar. So this This is a vintage fabric, obviously. Jason finds these vintage fabrics and just like shares them with me. Like, he's so nice. He's gonna like mail me a box of fucking fabric because I don't have anything in my house. And so, and these all have closures on them. I did that, yay. So he like gives me all these fucking fabrics and like I have nothing to give. His house is filled with, when I go into his basement, it's like going into my grandmother's basement, which means that it has every craft and everything you could ever want inside of it, except it's like higher scale than my grandma. She'd just like go to a junk shop and like buy everything in the junk shop and then it would just live in her basement. His shit is like quality and it looks amazing down there. So anyway, sidetracked. So that's the fabric. It comes from Jason. It's a vintage fabric. He told me where he got it and I can't remember because I'm a bad friend. And here are her earrings, which you can see in the photo. I made those too out of Worbla. I'm like not even good at working with Worbla. These eyelashes keep melting off. Next time I do this, I'm just gonna put fake eyelashes on the bottom so they don't melt off my fucking face. Yeah, so there's her Worbla earrings and her cute little dress. And these are vintage. I think these are actually vintage Barbie boots. But they could be like knockoff, but they're vintage whatever the case. And so, yeah, I'm having fun like trying to find things in my house that I already have and try and like replicate these outfits. So nothing's quite perfect, but everything's sort of close. So that was outfit number 2 that I made. I love this fabric. And I was like obsessed with this until I made the next one. Just you fucking wait, bitch. Oh, bitch. It's so fucking good. Here we go. I'm gonna fucking die. What else is going on in my life? Nothing, because I literally have not left the house since 1923. Just live inside here. I need some like junky jewel, like plastic stone jewelry, because that's what they wear a lot of. And there's just like something so good about it, like those like trashy plastic bracelets with like giant stones in them. Oh, I love it so much. Like costume jewelry, but like cheap, and you know it's cheap. I love it. Is this in frame? Yeah. Ruining the surprise. Well, it doesn't really matter because like it looks good, but then when you see it next to the photo, you're like, oh bitch, it's so fucking good. And it is. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's so fucking good. And there was this other dress, which I'll put in frame right fucking now, that I was watching Trixie and Katya, the TV show that was on Vice, and then Katya had like a fucking mental breakdown, and Bob the drag queen ended up sitting in for her, and Bob the drag queen's one of the funniest fucking queens, but he's just like not, I don't know, Katya's disgusting and she thinks of like the craziest shit, and like, so they just talk about the weirdest shit when it's Katya, and Bob is just like, they have good banter, which is great, but like anybody can have good banter, you know what I mean? So anyway, the dress was from that version of the show when they were on TV for a minute, and oh god, it's okay, you've seen it now because I will have put the picture in. That fabric is the most fucking gorgeous thing I've ever fucking seen in my whole entire life. I think that it's neoprene. It looks like neoprene from what I can tell. And obviously like neoprene at doll scale is not gonna work because it's just gonna be too thick. It's never gonna work for dolls. So even if I found that fabric, which I looked and I couldn't make it for a doll. So I was like searching and searching and searching. I was just trying to find something that looked like that, because there's something about that color and the shine. Oh, but also the cut of the dress is amazing too. Gorgeous. Totally obsessed. So I obviously can't make that exact dress because I can't find that fabric anywhere. If anybody who's seen that in like thin spandex or something, you can let me know. Because that's what it really needs to be, something really thin like this in that color, because otherwise it's just gonna look crazy on the doll. Just obsessed. I'm obsessed with it, and there's just like nothing I can do. I can't find anything like it anywhere. I ended up buying some pink spandex that's the same as the red in order to hopefully at least create the shape, because the shape's still beautiful regardless of the color. Beautiful in any color, size, and shape. I'm like literally so proud of this wig. I can't remember if I talked about this. I guess I'll find out when I go and edit this. I wanted to make this doll for like a couple weeks, and I'm like, but I'll never be able to do it. First of all, I can't do makeup. Second of all, I can't do fucking hair. But look at this fucking hair. Look at it, bitch. Look at it. Like, that shit looks so fucking good. I did that. I did a hairdo. It makes me have hope that like someday I could buy like a wig, like a shitty wig, and like make it into this, but probably not. Because this is yarn, and yarn's so easy to style. But anyway, here we go. This is the outfit that I was like, you're gonna die, bitch. Wait, her purse! It's under here. It has the hair on it. I'm disgusting. Can you not die? Here's a photo. Here it is. Look at that photo. Look at this. I mean, it's amazing. And I love it. And it's my favorite. The thing is I really want Trixie to see the doll because she's like into dolls. And I make dolls, and I made a doll of her, except like I don't know. When you have that many followers, maybe you don't pay attention, or maybe you can't get, you don't get like the little message alert, or maybe there's too many. And like I'm nobody, so who the fuck cares, right? But like I want her to see the doll that I made for her, or not for her because she's not getting it. Bitch, you're not getting the doll. But the doll I made of her because I'm really proud of it, and I love making her outfits in tiny scale. And I'm gonna keep making more outfits of hers in tiny scale. As soon as I get that box of shit from Jason, there's like tons of vintagey looking fabrics in there that I can make Trixie outfits out of. So that's the last one. And I can't wait till Katya's ready because she's gross and her legs are like always like wide open, like straddle opened. And I have, this was Purple Top, made to move. Remember when she was $67 on Amazon? And then she popped back up for $14 and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm buying that. I just bought it. It sat in the box until I was like, I need a fucking doll to paint. And I was like, ah, oh, Purple Top. And Purple Top does have the best face to make into a man woman. Because it's like long and kind of angular. And she doesn't have that stupid Barbie smile, which makes me happy. I don't like the Barbie smile. When Barbies have open mouths, I don't want them. The white blonde Barbie with the open mouth, I hate that. So yeah, Purple Top used to be $67, popped back up for the normal $15, and I bought her. She's a normal price again. So if you want Purple Top, she's available. She was Asian, but she doesn't have a face anymore or hair. Yes. So anyway, like if you're watching this video, look at my sideburns, my brown sideburns, because I'm not a blonde. If you're watching this video and you want to like be like, hey, at Trixie Mattel, look at this doll that somebody made about you, like you can do that. You should, everybody should, who watches this, everybody who watches this should somehow in some way tell Trixie Mattel that I made this beautiful angel doll of her and I want her to see it because she loves dolls and I love dolls, and she is also very talented. She has multiple folk albums. She plays the guitar and the auto harp. Oh, and I bought her a tiny guitar in pink, and it's gonna look so cute, and she's gonna be so cute when her guitar comes. It's from China, so I'm gonna have to wait a while. But oh my god, when her guitar comes, oh my god, she's gonna have her guitar, and Katya can be like spread eagles. Ready? Hold on. I'm just fucking around. Oh my god, it'd be so cute if she had hair. Katya. And then like Trixie with her little guitar. Oh my god, they're gonna be so cute, you guys. Oh my god. Yeah. But anybody who watches this, maybe if, you know, enough people watch it, and enough people are like, hey, Trixie Mattel, look at this doll, then eventually somebody will be famous enough, or somebody will be like, or she's just like seen it so many times, she'll have to look, right? Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. It's mainly these drag dolls, and I finished all of RuPaul's Drag Race in probably like not that much time, which is crazy because that means all I do is watch TV. But anyway, I would highly suggest you check out, it's on World of Wonder on YouTube, and I think it's hard to find because of the way it's spelled. It's like UNHHHH, something like that. You'll find it if you go to the World of Wonder YouTube channel. So you should watch that because it's hilarious. And if you like disgusting humor and like just like two funny ass bitches just bantering back and forth, you'll love it. And also, if you don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race and I didn't totally destroy the whole thing for you, you should watch that too. Because it's like Project Runway and America's Next Top Model, except with more drama, and most of the girls are prettier. So yeah, and RuPaul is way nicer than Tyra. I don't know if that's true in life, but it seems like it on the TV, which is, I guess, really the only thing that's important. Just babbling on and on for 30 minutes. I'll edit most of this out. It'll be fine. Yeah, so I guess that's it. This is what my grandma's hair looked like, almost. So I'm channeling my grandma. I miss her, she was the best. So yeah, that's it. That's all we'll do today, and I will update you once Katya's done. I'm very excited for Katya's hair. I'm gonna make her, Trixie's gonna get another wig too, eventually. I want a pink one for her because she has pink hair also a lot of the time, other than that purple one that was in that photo. But I think I'm gonna do, it's gonna be so hard to try and make that wig. I'm gonna try and do something similar in pink. Katya's gonna get the eyeball wig, which I'll show right here, and she's also gonna get this wig, but I need to figure out how to put the creature onto the wig because I am obsessed with that fucking creature on her head because it's just like very Katya. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Stay safe, stay inside. It seems like, you know, places are starting to open up. I don't know if that's a great idea or a terrible idea. I just really don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.